I got my cochlear implant at 30, tried listening to my favourite songs after 1 week, and they sounded like R2-D2 having a breakdown. Music I'd loved for years became this tinny robotic nightmare, like listening to songs through a broken radio underwater. What I didn't expect was that the breakthrough moment wasn't at a concert. It was listening to a basic English audiobook and realising I wasn't reading along anymore. If you are considering a cochlear implant, already have one, and struggling with music, or you are just curious what it's actually like, I'm going to share exactly what that journey looks like. No sugarcoating, no miracle stories, just a real process. In this video, I'll cover the 5 specific strategies that got me from robotic beeping to genuinely enjoying music again, plus the realistic timeline you need to know about. Right, so here's how bad it was initially. I'd been a music lover my whole life, even with declining hearing. I'd seen Simple Minds, Ultravox, Oasis, R.E.M., Bon Jovi. Music was everything to me. Then the CI made it sound like cartoon characters were singing through tin cans. Research shows that this happens to almost everyone. Your brain has to completely relearn how to process electrical signals as music. Some people give up entirely. Others develop what researchers call persistence and hardiness, the exact personality traits that help with music recovery. That's when I made a crucial discovery about my own approach. Lesson 1, start with familiar, not new. This was my first breakthrough. Instead of trying new music, I went back to songs I knew by heart. Don't You Forget About Me, Wonderwall, Fast Car, Living on a Prayer, Mr. Brightside. Songs where I could remember every note, every word. Your brain needs something to compare the new signals to. At the time, I had this old Walkman with direct audio input. Every day on my 2-hour train commute, I'd play the same albums over and over. At first, I couldn't tell Don't You Forget About Me from Living on a Prayer to Mr. Brightside. They all sounded like electronic beeps with rhythm. But something unexpected happened. My brain gradually started connecting the beeps to melodies I remembered. Lesson 2, bass reinforcement strategy. Cochlear implants are terrible at bass frequencies. That's research proven. The direct input from my Walkman gave me melody, but no bass at all. So at home, I'd play the same albums from my old stereo system cranked right up. Picture this, me sitting in my living room with my processor on, but playing the music through external speakers instead of direct input. I was feeling the bass vibrations through the floor and furniture while hearing the melody through my CI. I was teaching my brain to connect what I felt physically with what I heard electronically. Over time, my brain learned to process the bass frequencies that were actually there through direct input. I just hadn't been able to perceive them initially. Lesson 3, audiobooks are secret training. This was my unexpected breakthrough. I started listening to basic English learning audiobooks, slower paced, simple vocabulary while reading along during my commute. Picture me on the train with the book open, following along word by word. Then one day I suddenly realised I wasn't reading the text anymore. I was just listening. I actually closed the book to test myself. Could I still follow the speaker without the visual backup? That moment of realization that my brain had quietly learned to follow spoken narrative independently, that's when I knew music recovery was actually possible. Your brain processes speech and music in related areas. Training one helps the other. If you are finding value in this, hitting like, subscribe, or dropping a comment generally helps the YouTube algorithm. Lesson 4, concert preparation becomes essential. Before my CI, I'd prep for concerts by learning the songs. After my CI, preparation became survival. I'd listen to every song on the set list 40 times instead of 10. That's not exaggeration. I literally need 4 times more repetition than hearing people. When I finally saw AHA live with my CI, something magical happened. Because I'd over-prepared, I could actually enjoy the experience instead of struggling to understand what they were playing. The first concert where I genuinely enjoyed the music, rather than just surviving it. Lesson 5, patience with the timeline. I'm going to level with you about timing. It took 18 months to 2 years before I could genuinely enjoy music again. Not just tolerate it, actually enjoy it. If someone promises quicker results, they are having you on. The research backs this up. Most cochlear implant users take 6 months minimum before music stops sounding horrible. Many take much longer. Some never get there, and that's okay too. But if you stick with it, your brain is more adaptable than you think. Today, I use a Cochlear mini mic too when I listen to new albums. I still need those 40 repetitions instead of 10. Music will never sound exactly like it did before my hearing loss, but here's what's brilliant. I try all kinds of music now. I don't want to be stuck in a time warp. The CI seems to do particularly well with electronic music, so it's been brilliant revising and expanding on that style. But remember that R2-D2 breakdown I mentioned at the start? Those robotic beeps became the foundation for something completely new. My cochlear implant didn't restore my old relationship with music. It gave me something entirely different. More intentional, more grateful, more precious. Every song I can recognize feels like a victory. Every concert feels like a gift. I need your help building a community around this. If you are considering a cochlear implant, what's your biggest fear about music? And if you are already a CI user, what strategies actually worked for you? I read every comment and I'm compiling the best tips into future videos to help thousands of others. Subscribe if you want more honest conversations about hearing challenges, and share this with anyone considering the CI who's worried about music. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.